To whom the Son of God, unmoved, replied, Nor doth this grandeur and majestic show of luxury, though called magnificence, more than of arms before allure mine eye, much less my mind. Though thou shouldst add to tell their sumptuous gluttonies and gorgeous feasts on citrine tables or Atlantic stone, for I have also heard, perhaps have read, their wines of Setia, Challis, and Falerna, Chios, and Crete, and how they quaff in gold, crystal, and Mirren cups, embossed with gems and studs of pearl, to me shouldst tell, who thirst and hunger still. Then embassies thou showest from nations far and nigh, what honour that but tedious waste of time, to sit and hear so many hollow compliments and lies, outlandish flatteries. Then proceedest to talk of the emperor, how easily subdued, how gloriously. I shall, thou sayest, expel a brutish monster. What if I withal expel a devil who first made him such? Let his tormentor, conscience, find him out. For him I was not sent, nor yet to free that people, victor once, now vile and base, deservedly made vassal, who once just, frugal and mild and temperate, conquered well, but govern ill, the nations under yoke, peeling their provinces, exhausted all by lust and rapine, first ambitious groan of triumph, that insulting vanity, then cruel by their sports to blood inured of fighting beasts, and men to beasts exposed, luxurious by their wealth, and greedier still, and from the daily scene effeminate. What wise and valiant man would seek to free these, thus degenerate, by themselves enslaved, or could of inward slaves make outward free? Know therefore, when my season comes to sit on David's throne, it shall be like a tree spreading and overshadowing all the earth, or as a stone that shall to pieces dash all monarchies besides throughout the world. And of my kingdom there shall be no end. Means there shall be to this, but what the means is not for thee to know, nor me to tell. To whom the tempter, impudent, replied, I see all offers made by me how slight thou valuest, because offered and rejectest. Nothing will please the difficult and nice, or nothing more than still to contradict. On the other side know also thou that I on what I offer set as high esteem, nor what I part with mean to give for naught. All these which in a moment thou beholdst, the kingdoms of the world, to thee I give. For given to me, I give to whom I please, no trifle. Yet with this reserve, not else, on this condition, if thou wilt fall down and worship me as thy superior Lord, easily done, and hold them all of me. For what can less so great a gift deserve? Whom thus our Saviour answered with disdain, I never liked thy talk, thy offers less. Now both abhor, since thou hast dared to utter the abominable terms, impious condition. But I endure the time, till which expired thou hast permission on me. It is written, the first of all commandments, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and only him shalt serve. And darest thou to the Son of God propound to worship thee accursed? Now more accursed for this attempt, bolder than that on Eve, and more blasphemous, which expect to rue. The kingdoms of the world to thee were given, permitted rather, and by thee usurped. Other donation none thou canst produce. If given, by whom but by the King of kings, God over all supreme? If given to thee, by thee how fairly is the giver now repaid? but gratitude in thee is lost long since. Wert thou so void of fear or shame as offer them to me, the Son of God, to me my own, on such abhorred pact, that I fall down and worship thee as God? Get thee behind me. Plain thou now appearest, that evil one, Satan forever damned. To whom the fiend, with fear abashed, replied, Be not so sore offended, Son of God. Though sons of God both angels are and men, if I, to try whether in higher sort than these thou bearest that title, have proposed what both from men and angels I receive, tetrarchs of fire, air, flood, and on the earth nations besides from all the quartered winds, God of this world invoked and world beneath, who then thou art, whose coming is foretold to me most fatal, me it most concerns. The trial hath in damage thee no way, rather more honour left and more esteem, me naught advantaged, missing what I aimed. Therefore let pass, as they are transitory, the kingdoms of this world. I shall no more advise thee. Gain them as thou canst or not, and thou thyself seemest otherwise inclined than to a worldly crown, addicted more to contemplation and profound dispute. As by that early action may be judged, when slipping from thy mother's eye, thou wentest alone into the temple, there wast found among the gravest rabbis, disputant on points and questions fitting Moses' chair, teaching, not taught. The childhood shows the man, as morning shows the day. Be famous then by wisdom, as thy empire must extend, so let extend thy mind o'er all the world in knowledge, all things in it comprehend. All knowledge is not couched in Moses' law, the Pentateuch, or what the prophets wrote. The Gentiles also know and write and teach to admiration, led by nature's light. And with the Gentiles much thou must converse, ruling them by persuasion, as thou meanest. Without their learning, how wilt thou with them, or they with thee, hold conversation meet? How wilt thou reason with them, how refute their idolisms, traditions, paradoxes? Error by his own arms is best evinced.